The Magi traveled hundreds of miles over harsh terrain to seek the young boy Jesus they considered a king. After all, his star said that he was of regal stature. Meeting him demanded gifts of rare quality, gold, myrrh, and frankincense, used for centuries past in the Jewish temple as part of worship. The Magi would have understood the connection, because as recorded in Matthew, the wise men bowed down and worshipped him. In those days, frankincense was often as valuable as gold. That value would have helped this poor family journey to Egypt, after Joseph had a dream warning him to take his wife and child to that country to avoid the evil plans of the ruler Herod, who wanted to kill Jesus. Today, that frankincense, which honored the Messiah in worship and wealth, is known as boswellia.
Boswellia originates in the arid parts of the Middle East, not unlike here in the arid Southwest. Now, this isn't a frankincense plant, but if it were, they would cut into the bark in multiple places, allow the gum to ooze out, and then collect that resin later on for frankincense.
Dr. Sunil Pai is an Albuquerque, New Mexico physician who received medical training in the use of herbs like boswellia. The herb was used in ancient India, Greece, and China.
With all these different modalities and cultures, they use it for the very similar ailments, from rheumatism to healing wounds to digestive disorders to gynecological problems and pain.
Among the practitioners, one of the fathers of modern medicine, the Persian doctor Avicenna in the 10th century.
He used it for treating tumors as well as ulcers and dysentery. Later on, it was even used in 16th century in France.
And it's not just tradition. There's now scientific confirmation. On the government's PubMed website, there are over 150 studies on boswellia. The herb is most commonly used for arthritic conditions. That's because boswellia is good at reducing inflammation, a common factor in disease. Maureen Sutton is a massage therapist at Pai's clinic. She developed inflammation in her hands, which are the tools of her trade. Boswellia supplements helped.
I noticed when I got up in the morning, my hands would be swollen and a little achy, and so to keep myself going, I started taking the boswellia and using it more in my treatments too. So not only does my client get the benefit, but I get the benefit.
Boswellia may have advantages over common anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin and ibuprofen. They work by blocking an inflammation pathway, but boswellia does that and more.
What we now see with the research with boswellia, which is very important and exciting, is that it blocks other things in other pathways and also has beneficial effects for prevention down the line.
Dr. Pai says to get a good dose, a pill should have 150 milligrams or more of boswellia. The pills need to be standardized to have 65% or more of boswellic acids, the active ingredients. Dr. Pai also says it's very safe.
The benefits of boswellia is that it has a very good safety profile. We see in animal studies, particularly toxicity studies, that we can use up to doses 2,000 times higher than what we recommend now in humans.
Still, before taking boswellia, it's best to consult a wise doctor familiar with botanical medicine. After all, the wise men had a good eye for the value of frankincense long ago. Galen Tethrow, CBN News.